Yes, you're now tuned into the Dumb Crimes and Criminals podcast. I am your host, Rick. You're now tuned into the funniest true crime podcast in the world. We here. We back in the building. Apologize for the delay. You know, I'm a couple of days late. You know, had to actually take care of a couple of things with my other podcast, the Retro Rick podcast. But yeah, I'm here, man. And you know, I actually started recording this episode like 2 days ago. But I didn't get a chance to finish it. You know what I'm saying? So I just decided to scrap it and just, you know, re-record it. You know what I'm saying? But it's crazy because when I got the alert about this story, I was gonna jump on it that night. You know what I mean? I was going to jump on it that night because I had this story about 4 days ago, 3-4 days ago. And I was going to jump on it, but I was tired. I said, you know what? When I get home tomorrow, I'm going to do it. And then I had to take care of some things. I didn't get around to it. But I definitely appreciate y'all for rocking with me. I definitely appreciate y'all for tuning in with me. Do me a favor. Tell somebody about the podcast. That's all I ask. But yeah, man, you already know. If the story is on this podcast, you already know it's one of them. You understand what I'm saying? So anything that I talk about on this podcast, you know it's one of them. I got this is viral. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty much on all the media outlets. I'm reading from the U.S. Today. And it says here, man robs Indiana woman at gunpoint, then asks her out on Facebook. I could stop the podcast right there. I could literally say, yo, follow me on Instagram at Rick_BHR. Hit the email, thedccpodcast@gmail.com. I'll holler. And that's the story. That alone, man robs Indiana woman at gunpoint, then asks her out on Facebook. That alone could be the episode. That alone could be the damn episode. Like, for real. What's the matter with people, man? I don't understand what's going on with people. Let's get into this article, though. So it says, according to the Indianapolis Metropolitan Police Department, the victim was getting mail outside her home during the early morning hours of May 8th when she saw a stranger, later identified as Damon Boyce, 31, walking up to her home. A probable affidavit obtained by the USA Today shows Boyce of Indianapolis then asked the woman if she lived in the home. When the victim responded yes and asked the man if he needed help, she said he pulled out a gun. Boyce then told the victim he was going to break into her home. She told him she had nothing inside, but that she had money in her car. The victim then gave Boyce about $100 in cash. Boyce then asked the victim if she had a boyfriend and asked her to connect with him on social media while pointing the firearm at the victim. The male asked her to add him as a friend on Facebook so he could pay the victim back for the money he stole. The affidavit said the male then gave the victim the name of David Boyce. Yo, this is wild. Okay, Boyce pointed it to his Facebook profile and asked the victim to add him as a friend, police said. And she complied. I thought maybe, this is her. She said, I thought maybe if I added him on Facebook, he would leave me. He would leave, and he did. Okay, so he got the gun pointed at her. Yo, add me. Yo, my man, you're committing an armed robbery. You know what I'm saying? I'm no cop, but that's probably at least 10 years in jail. Like, you're basically committing a violent armed robbery. And you're asking this lady to connect with you on Facebook. Yo, you are robbing this woman and you're asking to connect with her on Facebook. I hope he didn't have a mask on, because what would be the point of the mask if you're giving her your social media, dummy? Okay. It said Boyce then fled the scene on a bicycle. According to court papers, Boyce accepted the friend request and sent messages to the woman. All right. You held her up, took $100, you know what I'm saying? Jumped on the bike. Did you accept the friend request as you was riding off on the bike? Like how did that go? That's all I want to know. How did that go? Like, that's ridiculous, my man. That's ridiculous. Then he messaged the woman, you was too pretty to rob. You robbed her. Yo, what do people be thinking? You robbed her. You robbed her. She also told the outlet, she responded, I believe you, man. I could tell you're sweet. Sometimes just get some, wait, what? She responded to him, I believe you, man. That's, yo, so he says, yo, you're too pretty to rob. She says, I believe you, man. Okay. I believe you, man. I could tell you're sweet. Times just get rough. I know that. He's not sweet. Hey, yo, he just approached you at your home, asked you if this was your home, told you he's going to rob your home, put a gun on you, told you he's going to rob your home. You said there's nothing in the house. I got money in my car. He walked you to your car with a gun on you and robbed you of your money. And you're saying, I could tell you're sweet. What about him in that situation could you tell that he was sweet? What about that? What about that? I don't understand it. Then it says the victim, police said, didn't immediately call the police after the robbery, but after speaking with her boyfriend decided to report the incident. What is going on with you? What, you felt bad for him? This man put a gun in your face and robbed you, and you not gonna report it? You don't need to do a police lineup, none of that shit. You got his Facebook. You got him on Facebook, and you're saying that you had to talk to your boyfriend, and then you just, man, listen. Let me tell you something. God forbid something like this was to ever happen to my wife, and the person says, yo, request me on Facebook or any type of social media. It won't be police going to get that man. Real talk. It won't be the cops coming to your house, my man. Like, for real. It wouldn't be the cops. I'll tell you that right now. Court records show the victim identified Boyce as her assailant in a photo lineup, and police arrested him last week. Boyce faces charges including 1 count of armed robbery, 1 count of being a felon in possession of a handgun. Online court records show he remained incarcerated Monday on a $7,500 cash bail bond. He's doing court Tuesday. Okay, so he basically told on himself. You know what I'm saying? He basically told on himself. And the crazy part here is she told him, I could tell you're a sweet guy. And I've seen other reports that says this man shot 2 people, barricaded himself in the house and all that. What about him made you feel like he was a sweet guy? Or was you just saying that to be nice to him? You know what I'm saying? Maybe she just felt like, I'm going to be nice and I'm going to, try and uplift his spirits or something like that. I'm a little confused at why that she had to, she was hesitant or she wasn't planning on pressing charges. Like, who does that? I'm not trying to victim blame, but I mean, this isn't like you was in a parking lot, got mugged, and you can't, you have no clue who, what, when, why, or where. This man robbed you and gave you his personal information. You was well within your right to immediately call the cops. You know what I'm saying? That man is a sicko. Anybody who can do that, anybody who can come up to your home where you live, right? Like, again, this isn't a stranger. Like, this you was at your house and He came there and put a gun in your face at your home. You know what I'm saying? At your residence. And told you to request him on Facebook. Gave you his personal information. You was well within your right to, as soon as you felt safe enough, or as soon as you seen him leave, or whatever the case, your first instance should have been call 911. You know what I'm saying? Then call whoever you need to call to come to the home so you could feel safe, or whatever the case. I understand that. But, you know, talking to your boyfriend shouldn't have to convince you to call the police. You understand what I'm saying? Like I said, that was my wife, and she come home and say, yo, man, this dude, he just robbed me. He made me request him on Facebook. Oh, okay, cool. Tell him you want to meet him. Tell him you forgive him and all is good. And I got something for him. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's just wild to me. Like, and dude, clearly he not thinking. He just, I don't know what he was thinking. You out here, you committing armed robbery. You are committing armed robbery. I've seen people get 15 years for armed robbery, 20 years for armed robbery. You understand what I'm saying? And he was a felon already. So you doing this and then you giving your personal information. You can't be shocked when police come and arrest you. They don't have to, they don't, like, you did their job for them, man. You might as well just should have walked to the courthouse. I mean, you should have just walked to the precinct and just got it over with. And you clipped yourself. You clipped yourself. Why would you think to just say, and the crazy part is, you know, he probably would have got away with it. Because, I mean, again, I don't know how specific this article is. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it was cameras around. I don't know if he had a mask on. I don't know what, you know. But, I mean, damn, you probably had a better chance of, you know, getting 100 and peeling without trying to get your social media flirt on. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could have got the 100, breezed off. She would have called her boyfriend, yo, somebody just robbed me. Probably put a police report. If you would have had a mask on, whatever the case, you might have got away with that. Not condoning it at all. That's sucker shit. That's clown shit. I'm not condoning that. But you giving her your personal information. Come on, man. Come on, yo. Like, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? Like, for real. What are you doing? That makes no sense. That makes no sense. Like, you giving her personal information to somebody you just robbed. That's like walking in the damn McDonald's, holding them up at gunpoint, and leaving and giving them your driver's license. You understand what I'm saying? Like, just giving them all your personal information so they can, you know, contact you or some shit. I don't know what the hell people be thinking, man. It's ridiculous, yo. It really is, man. It's ridiculous. Oh man. So that was today's story. You know what I'm saying? You know what? Hold on. I got another thing, right? I came across this story. Hold on, let me pull it up here. Wait, hold up. Okay. I came across this story, right? I came across this story on Instagram, actually. And I'll speak on it real quick before we get up out of here. It says 3 Indianapolis men was arrested in rural town in Texas after police found over 17 pounds of liquid promethazine mixed with codeine in their car during a traffic stop. They were speeding in the construction zone. The car smelled like weed when they got pulled over. I will never, ever, ever in life understand why somebody will be doing something illegal, have something illegal on them, right? Whether you're doing something illegal or you got something illegal on you, why would you do anything outside of the law when operating your vehicle? Why would you do anything outside of the law when operating your vehicle? You got 17 pounds of liquid promethazine mixed with codeine in your car, and you're speeding through a construction site smoking weed. I'll never understand that. I'll never understand that. You understand what I'm saying? I've done a few stories where, you know, people will have something on the car, in their car, and they'll be speeding and swerving and doing all this other shit. And it's like, yo, what is wrong with people? You understand what I'm saying? What is wrong with people? I don't understand it. I just don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? And I just wanted to speak on that just for the sake of speaking on it. You know what I'm saying? That was dumb what they did. So it has a spot on the pod. You understand what I'm saying? Because it was dumb. You know, you got 17 pounds. You got 17 pounds in the car, right? 17 pounds of codeine in the car. You getting high and speeding through a construction zone. That's dumb. It belongs on this podcast. That was a dumb move. Man, listen, I can't call it, man. I can't call it. I just report it. You understand what I'm saying? I definitely appreciate y'all for listening to today's episode. Who knows, man? I might double back, man. Give y'all another one this weekend, man. You know what I'm saying? Just to make up. Follow me on Instagram at Rick_BHR. Please send any articles, send any news reports to the thedccpodcast at gmail.com. Again, man, every episode my numbers is going up. I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. Keep helping me build this community. This is the funniest true crime podcast in the world. I stand on that. I'm stamping that. Rock with me. And let's get to it. You understand what I'm saying? Like I said, man, I might double back, man, and give y'all another one, man. You understand? One day I'm gonna go a week straight, man. One of these, I've been thinking about it. I've been thinking about going 7 days on y'all. You understand what I'm saying? Because I appreciate the supporters, man. You know, but we'll figure it out. Again, man, this is the Dumb Crimes and Criminals podcast, the funniest true crime podcast in the world. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. I appreciate y'all for listening. Holla at me.